Hello again. It's hard to believe that it's exactly a year and a day since we went into lockdown for the first time. This coming Sunday, Palm Sunday, we will reopen after a second lockdown. It seems appropriate, therefore, to come into the empty church to record this message. As we've tried this past year to see a way forward as individuals, as families, and as a church fellowship, one thing has been clear. We couldn't meet face to face, but faith, hope, and love continued, even in the midst of a pandemic. When in-person worship paused, we gathered online to worship, to say our prayers, and be with one another, even to celebrate communion. When we resumed in-person worship for a while, we did so with masks and social distancing, no longer singing our hymns or praying out loud. It has felt like we were living in a foreign land, waiting and wanting to go home. We long to get back to normal. This coming Sunday, we will be meeting again in the sanctuary, but it won't be back to normal. Only 50 will be able to do so, and we will still be wearing masks and keeping our distance from one another. But it will be another step along the road home. I hope and pray that with vaccines and the continued use of masks and social distancing, we can get back to something resembling normal sooner rather than later. So what do we do in the meantime? The prophet Jeremiah had something to say about this. He spoke to the Israelites after they'd been exiled from their homeland and were living in a foreign land. They were in Babylon, waiting and wanting to go home. And here's what he said. You'll find the words in Jeremiah at chapter 29, verses 4 to 7. Thus says the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, to all the exiles whom I have sent into exile from Jerusalem to Babylon. Build houses and live in them. Plant gardens and eat what they produce. Take wives and have sons and daughters. Give your daughters in marriage, that they may bear sons and daughters. Multiply there, do not decrease. But seek the welfare of the city where I have sent you into exile, and pray to the Lord on its behalf, for in its welfare you will find your welfare. That's another way of saying that life has changed, not ended. It's about finding what faith, hope, and love look like in this strange land, in this place, and in this time. COVID has made us pause, not stop altogether. All of this goes to say that we have not been abandoned. We do not stand alone. The darkness of darkness cannot overcome the light of faith. The light will always win, and that light exists within you. You are the light carriers. Without you, this place, this community, this world is just a little bit darker. Your presence makes a difference. As we prepare to open once again for in-person worship, albeit on a restricted basis, I don't know what the future holds, but I do know this. God has plans for us. Jeremiah spoke of that to the exiles when he said, "For surely I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans for your welfare and not for harm, to give you a future with hope." I can't tell you today what that future looks like, but I do trust that it's there. I can't tell you today when that future will arrive, but I trust that it is coming. I can't tell you today how that future will happen, but I trust that when it does, we will be part of it. Until that day, we keep our hearts open to one another and to the one who holds our future in his hands. May God bless you in these uncertain times, and may he continue to hold you into the unseen future. Bye for now.